very first thing I want you to say, and normally I say this at the very end, but this is the important point. As a leader, we have to create cultures of inclusion in order for any of this to happen. In order for the people that we recruit, we hire, we onboard, retain, we have to create cultures of inclusion. Now, there are a number of key elements that go into this. But what we have to do is stop the cycle of recruiting, hiring, training, and doing it all over again. I have a friend who owns 7 Hallmark card stores. He doesn't manage the stores. He hires, trains, tries to retain, then hires again. So in order for us to do this, we have to do a number of very important things. One, we have to get very creative, and I think Kyle mentioned this, about our recruiting process. We have to use our current employees to reach out to people that they know. We have to make sure that the systems we're using are complementary with all the technology that the people we're trying to reach. Handheld. I was with my grandsons for the last 2 days, and handheld is, it's like an appendage to them. They even taught me how to use TikTok, and I looked at it for 2 days and deleted it this morning. We have to partner up. We've got to be collaborators with the businesses down the street, the friends that we have, and collaborate together to achieve the goal. Because, as Alyssa's going to talk about, unless we achieve the housing issue, we can do all of this, but it all helps. We have to be very flexible, and Kyle talked about this. No longer can we say, you have to be here at 8 and you cannot leave before 5. My daughter turned down a COO job because they have a time clock. A company that you all probably know. It's unbelievable. So we have to be flexible. We all have to consider our management style. And we've got to look in the mirror and ask ourselves, are we applying management styles that help retain the people we've worked hard to hire and onboard? If we're not, we better look at the kind of styles that will work, whether it be the servant style or the mentor-coach style or the team partnering style, because that's what our employees expect today. We need to think about making our pay competitive. I've read a number of studies that says the majority of people who work and serve us cannot afford to buy a home today on the Cape. And all you have to do is drive off Cape at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and you'll see how many people are coming on. We also have to have an onboarding process that allows people to start the process of becoming and belonging in your organization before they even start work. And we have to have an active onboarding process so they understand the policies, procedures, they know the people that are there, so they feel a part of the organization. And that's leadership. It's not management, it's leadership. We have to encourage all kinds of development. And you're going to hear more about this from David, because he and I worked on this together, because I'm at the 30,000 foot level with this and he's at the 10-foot level. He's going to tell you how it actually is done. But we have to make our employees feel valued, and many times that's cross-training, so they understand more than what they're doing. And then we've got somebody that we can fill in when we have an opening from within. If we can automate our processes so that it's less administrative, we're finding our people happier in their job because it's not so mundane. They're actually contributing to the goals and objectives of your organization. And we always have to look for ways to solve the big issue. And that's housing. Whether it's talking to somebody who has housing and they're in, or talking to somebody who has an extra space. But as leaders, what we have to do is think in terms of how do we organize and lead our organizations so that we get out of the cycle and we have long-term employees who want to come to work. And when I go into a business, whether it be a restaurant or whether it's a hardware store, and I talk to the employees when I'm there, I know whether they love coming to work in the morning. And that's leadership. Leadership gets them there. So am I transitioning to the 10-foot level now?
Yes, I think that's a good part. Let me just, first of all, Mark, that was just wonderful. And I just want to say,